Hi everyone, I'm Jeje and welcome or welcome back to Be Colorful for another video in which we're gonna see together other techniques to use the stencil included in the TONIC Craft Kit 56. This stencil is a bit particular compared to the stencils with generic background. So I'm gonna propose you a few ideas on how to use this type of stencils. In the last video we embossed on paper and colored the design with the ink pad and the Nuvo glacier paste. Today I want to do an experiment. Stay with me and see what will come out. Also for this card I want to propose you to use the stencil for embossing, but let's try to use it on acetate instead of paper. The sandwich to emboss with stencils or dies with the Sizzix Big Shot includes the base number 1, the pink one, the cutting pad, the stencil and the acetate, the stencil below and the acetate above, the rubber mat, finally the impressions pad, and I pass it through the die cutter machine. If you don't have the Big Shot, check the instruction for your die cutter machine. Oh, look at that! Very nice. The embossing is very light, a bit difficult to see in a video. The acetate sheet I used is very thin. Being very thin, it was warped a bit, but I like the result. Now let's make this drawing stand out. I thought I'd color it using alcohol markers. So I reposition the stencil and I'm going to color on the back of the acetate panel. I mainly use the three markers included in the kit, so pink, yellow and green. I introduce other colors, such as brown for the center of the flowers, gray for the body of the butterflies, purple for two of the flowers, and dark teal for the squiggles. After coloring, it's time to find out the result. The effect is very soft and delicate. I like it. Now I'm going to use this panel to create a shaker card. I'm going to cut it out with a rectangle die. The cutting on acetate is a bit tricky. I should have used the precision pad by Sizzix, but I didn't want to press the embossing too much. The die still left its mark, so now I'm going to cut it out with the guillotine. I then create a frame using two dies from the same set, the one I used to cut out the acetate panel and a smaller one. I'm going to die cut the green satin mirror card of the kit. Then I glue the frame to the acetate panel using very strong double-sided tape adhesive. As you can see, the acetate is unfortunately quite warped. To give the panel more stability and also to create the thickness for the shaker card, I'm going to die cut another 4 frames on white cardstock, which I glue one on top of the other on the back of the green frame. Okay, now it is slightly more regular. For the card base, I decided to use ivory cardstock. My panel is slightly larger than the standard measurement I usually use, so I'm going to create a card base based on the measurements of this panel. Being a shaker card with an acetate window that takes up the entire card, there is a problem with this type of shaker card. If you notice, the center of the window will not be raised, touching the background and blocking the movement of the shaker element. The solution is to insert a central element that raise the acetate panel in other areas. For example, I'm gonna use the sentiment. I'm going to die cut Happy Birthday 4 times on ivory cardstock. Once this is done, I glue the dies one on top of the other. You see, I get a very thick element that will keep the central part of the acetate panel raised. So I'm going to glue the two words on the back of the panel. Of course, I finish the sentiment by die cutting again on the pink satin paper from the kit. Nice! Now I fill the panel with various shaker elements, these adorable pink flowers confetti, and some iridescent white triangles. I just have to apply the glue on the frame, on Happy and on Birthday, glue the card base, and let it dry, thus ending this experiment. And here we are at the end of the video. I'd say that the effect of embossing on acetate, although very subtle, is very beautiful, delicate and unusual. I hope you liked the idea. If so, don't forget to click on the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and also activating the notification bell. In this way you will not miss the next video dedicated to the third card that we gonna create together using the stencil of the TONIC Craft Kit 56. Thanks for stopping by, see you soon, bye bye, and be colorful!